What is up, guys? This is Troy from Sweet Wraps. Today we got a Dodge Challenger in. Dodge Challenger in for a 4-wrap satin rose gold. We're gonna be doing the gloss or the satin black stripes and the side mirrors in a gloss forged carbon fiber, just for accents. We're gonna be starting on the hood, moving down to the fenders, then the roof, then the trunk probably today. We're gonna try to get as much done today as possible because the weather is pretty great right now. As you can see, there's not a lot of wind. It is in the 70s today. It might get cold later on during the week, so we're going to be trying to do as much as we can while the weather is good. We're going to be starting by taking apart the hood, taking off the vents so we could get a good wrap into every crevice of this hood, and then we'll go from there. As you can see, we already got the bottom of the bonnet off the heat shield, so all you're gonna need to do is unclip those these vents, and then we'll go from there, guys. Now we're gonna get to putting some tack reducer on the flat areas, which is right here and here. You're not gonna want to put it on the stripes themselves because it could create a barrier, so the material won't be able to attack all that great. So we're going to be doing everything around the stripes, and then we'll go from there. This material should be pretty easy to work with, so we're not going to be going all crazy, but we're going to be going over the hood, assessing all the little tiny areas of like tree sap and everything like that, getting it all flat, getting it all clean, and then we'll go on for wrapping, guys. Stay tuned.
Alright guys, at this point we're just going to be cleaning the fender. We're going to start off with some baby shampoo and water. Then we're going to move on to some alcohol. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to start taping all around the fender, just so the material won't stick to the panel that you're not doing. And then we'll go on from there.
To the garage, got a vision in my mind. Gonna take this ride and make it one of a kind. Glossy matte chrome, so vibe today. Till the stickers move it out, fade away. From blacked out stealth to neon glow. Whatever you dream, let's make it show. No more stock, we level up. Grab that roll, it's time to go. Grab it up, make it shine. Lay it down, smooth those lines. Peel it back, press it tight. Now that pride is looking right. Wrap it up. Take your time, turn it fresh, redefine, new design, don't be shy, now you're rolling, looking fly. Heat cut in my hand, yeah, I'm locking it in. Stretching out the color, watch the magic begin. Sad silver candy, red or fluorescent blue. And this combination, what you wanna do? Just shine. Shine. Just shine. Just shine. Just shine. Just shine. Wrap it up, make it shine, lay it down, smooth those lines, peel it back, press it tight. Now that ride is looking right. Wrap it up, take your time, turn it fresh, redefine, new design, don't be shy. Now you're rolling, looking fly.
Then we wrap it up. Watch them turn their heads. Custom dreams on wheels.
The finished result. It's tucked in between. You have full coverage on the wheel well, all the way down. Corner is good. Corner is good. Looks like paint. There you go. That's how you do the fender of a Challenger in this rose gold from TeckWrap. So after some time fighting this Dodge Challenger taillight, I just realized you don't have to take that off. All you need to do is pretty much pry it up from the bottom up. What you could do is use one of these plastic trim tools and get it from the bottom on the back side and pop it up on the back. Then you got 3 or 4 like double-sided tapes, 3 of them right there that you need to cut, and then those bolts on the side, which are right there. Pretty shitty process just to get this off. No, it's a lot easier than you think, but getting those 3 bolts with all these clips and that dowel in the way, it is horrible. What I did was I got enough space in back. Like I said, I was getting the plastic trim tool right about here. How could I'm trying to put this? So I got that plastic trim tool here, popped it up, and then I put the plastic trim tool in between this and used the blade that I have to gently cut these, and was able to get them off. Was able to get it off. As you can see, no scratches on the paint or underneath. I was able to get these off without scraping anything.
I was just gently doing it. It was a headache. But yeah, that's all you need to do to get this off. Looks a lot harder than what it is. I don't know why they did it like that, but let me put I think I'm gonna leave the tail light on just so I can wrap around the edge. But yeah, super annoying wing to take off. I didn't know that it came off that easily, but there you go, guys. All you need to do is take those two bolts out, 10 millimeter, and then they're all clips. Get this in between it, and I found that going straight from the back, actually, just push it up with your hand. It'll give you enough room to squeeze this in, and just gently start popping it up. Place a plastic trim tool, or I used the speed triangles. I use a speed triangle. I put it right here on one of the clips and one on the other side, just so I could hold it up. And then I gently, as you can see with my knife, I gently scraped it so it could come off. And then same with this one. As soon as I got this one off, it gave me a little bit of room to do these. Bam, bam. And then I actually put these two bolts barely back on just so it won't fall and hit the windshield. As you can see, it would have just fell right there because you actually have to do it at an angle. So I had it like right here. I didn't want it to fall and hit that windshield, so I put these back on. Finished doing these two or these three. No, actually these two. And then yeah, kind of just unbolted it from one side. You actually have to take that wire out for the camera, so just take out that wire and then unbolt it, and remove it. A lot harder than what it seems. And we got it done. So let's get to wrapping the trunk, the roof, and let's see what else we could do today. Going pretty quick, and it's barely about 4, I believe, 4 in the afternoon. So got the whole front end done, both fenders, hood, and then we're gonna try to get that roof done and the trunk done. So all we need to do tomorrow or today, depending on how much time I got, is the quarter panels, which are super easy on these cars because they're pretty square. This is probably the hardest part right here. You're gonna want to use a little adhesive promoter right here, just because it's a weird angle, and you're gonna want to get it as close to that gasket as possible. You can lift it up like that, as you can see, and kind of tuck it under there, but this is pretty tight up here and on the bottom, so I don't even know if you could remove these. If you can remove these, I'll try. If you can't, well, then we're just gonna lay some tape, trim as close as we can here, and then on the bottom we're actually gonna trim it a little over, because this one is good enough to where we could kind of just pry something under there and tuck it under there. So top pretty much to the gasket is where you're gonna go. Bottom, especially right here, you're gonna be able to tuck it underneath. So let me get to wrapping the roof. Already get the antenna off. Super simple, guys. You actually just go all the way to the back. There's 3 bolts underneath this little tail light bezel thing. Just get underneath it, pop it down, put down the back seats to give you some room. And then I actually have this AC Delco long head ratchet. This thing saves you a ton of time, guys. You could literally just get it underneath that headliner and yeah, ratchet that out super quickly. That's why I got it, so I won't have my hand under all that fiberglass. But other than that, yeah, zips right out, popped it out, and got everything straightforward and clean. So let's get this. I'm gonna move this out real quick so I could get all this dust and dirt out and clean that roof and then we'll get to installing the roof and the trunk. We're gonna leave these underneath so it could give it a nice embossed look, and then go from there, guys. Alright guys, we're gonna start today on the quarter panel and the door. A cool thing is that the bottom of this side skirt is black plastic, so we don't have to wrap that. When you get the door off, it's only a T20 in the back of the door. Don't worry about when the window's up and you have to open it. There's a little shape thing right here that the door usually pushes down, so you could just get your finger on top of that, push it down. Let me see if I can do it right here. There you go. and you could pull that door open without having to have that door handle on there. All it does is this thing right here on the side pushes that thing down. So all you need to do is push it down with your hand and you're good. Always make sure that the window itself is a little bit down from the actual position, because once you get that door handle down, it's going to be all the way up. So you're going to want to turn the car on and barely have it a little bit down, then turn it off. You're going to have to do this every time you close the door, not open it, because it'll come straight out. But look at this. When you close it, it'll go a little bit up, and it'll stay in that position because the sensor's not on there. So just make sure when you're closing the door to roll the window a little bit down, because then it's going to catch on this and you might break the window. Depending on how pressured it is on this line, when you push it on there and the window is going to be like that, it might break. So don't do that. Make sure to do this. Make sure to roll it down before you close the door. Alright guys, we're getting the side mirror done. My bad, I forgot to record the bottom half. The bottom half is probably going to be the hardest part on this, because it does go around the back and then up to this side. You're going to want to half it down the middle, so you could take most of the tension off of all the curve. You could do this
in one piece, but you're gonna have to find something as big as like the side mirror, so you could stretch it around and then coat stretch it, and then from there, when it's already stretched out and conformed to the shape, you kind of want to place it here at this area and kind of work it out from there. But like I said, if you stretch it over something, you could even use this side mirror itself to stretch it around. You could flip the vinyl backwards and then use it to where you could stretch the material to where it doesn't stick. Then from there, you flip the vinyl around, and since it has that pocket already, you're going to want to stick to this area first and kind of conform it around, and then use the shrink to actually conform it to the shape itself. But this is how I do it because it's a lot less prone to fail like this. There's not a lot of excess stretch on the material itself. So as you can see, all I'm going to be doing is getting a piece of material, laying it on the fender, stretching it out quite a bit, and then we're going to be using the shrink to conform it around this. So let me show you that process right now. I just did the bottom part. I totally forgot to record that. But let me get to wrapping it up and put you guys some music. Alright guys, so as I was saying, we already have it all done. All we need to do is trim this out. We're going to do it a little bit lower than the actual seam here itself, or the actual step here itself, just so we could overlap it. And have it flow with the body, just like that. And if you could see this right here, that's about as much as we're leaving, and then we're going to overlap that with some rose gold, just so it could keep that from lifting or moving in any way. There we go. There we go, right there, perfect. Now all we need to do is get a piece of rose gold chrome and lay it over that. This is what you're going to want to keep all those scrap pieces for, guys, such as this. Just with this, we could get that done with a little piece from here. So all you're going to want to do is cut roughly a little bit more than what you need. A little bit thicker than what you need. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start in the front and make our way to the back. We're going to do the bottom piece first and then the top piece, so you could have the seam facing downwards, just like this. What you could do is you could do that as well, just to help you out a little bit. You're going to want to do that bottom piece first. And then from here, what I like to do is I like to cut just above what we're supposed to cover right here, and kind of make our way around the side mirror, just so it won't be hanging up on the side mirror, just like this. Bam. So that'll give you just enough so you overlap it,
and you won't be hanging up on that. So from here, just make your way around. You're gonna be creating a little bit of tension, not a whole lot. Anything you're hanging up on, guys, you're gonna want to trim that out. As you can see, it gives you a little bit more flexibility. Here, you could actually trim out a lot more. So from here, you're gonna want to just go straight. Same thing over here, straight. And you kind of want to trim as you go. Like we're already, it's out. Just like this. And sometimes, guys, if you get the trim right, like let's say if you get the trim just right, you won't be hanging up on the side mirror like this, and you can lay it exactly where you want it. There you go. Boom. There you go. Or if you cut just the amount you need, if like for instance, if I cut this a little bit thinner, it'd be a little bit easier to maneuver. But since I cut it thick, so I could make sure I have enough coverage, it's a little harder. And boom. And then we're going to do the top side. Like I said, you kind of gauge it like here. You kind of gauge how much you need from just kind of roughly laying it like this, and then you could trim out a piece a little bit more roughly to the amount you need, and it'll be so much easier to lay it like that. From here we could go straight, just like this, and we'll have just enough, boom, to lay it and to where it'll be right on the edge. As you can see that, guys. Let me see. Let me trim this out for you, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when you cut it perfectly, guys, you could actually, as you can see right there, I don't know if you can see, let me lower you guys a little bit. As you can see right there, guys, the line is perfectly overlapped on that forged carbon. We don't have anything exposed, and you could just trim it straight at the end. Make sure it overlaps about 1 centimeter, and finish it off by post heating everything. That is perfect right there, guys. As you can see, we overlapped everything. And then what we're going to do right now is we're just going to clean it up a little bit more. Make sure it looks uniform all the way through. Make sure you tuck all the edges. And then from there, we're just going to trim up a little bit, just so it could look uniform all the way through, guys. As you can see down here, it's not fully straight, so we're just going to go a little bit higher than the overlap, about 1 centimeter all the way through. Just like that. Just like that. As you can see, just want it a little bit more uniform.
And there we go, guys. It's all wrapped up. Perfectly done. And from there, since we post heated everything, you shouldn't have any lifts from the edges or the base. Since this is not high tension and it's overlapped on that actual carbon fiber, we won't have any lift ups from that base. And if you want, you could go over everything again, a little bit of heat, and you can make sure if anything moves. There we go, guys. Now we're going to be doing the door handle, and then we're going to be moving to the bumpers, guys.
Testing, attention please.
And here's the end result, guys, looking all dappered up in the satin rose gold chrome by TeckWrap, and the side mirrors done in forged carbon fiber, guys. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications on more videos coming up, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching.